evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris is back for some more Hearthstone arena action. Very tough choice in this arena. I really want to play Shaman, but I guess we're going to go ahead and give Hunter another shot. I think Hunter has been the longest. I'm not 100% sure, but feels like it's been a while. And Hunter is actually, I believe, the only class for which I do not have a successful video up on this channel. The one time I did well with the Hunter, it was in my off time. I was just playing for fun, so let's go ahead and give it a shot. We've been getting wrecked by Hunters. Fun fact, in one of my arenas, my recent arena, my 3 losses came from Warlock, Hunter, Hunter, so I, despite liking those 2 classes the least, got crushed by them recently. Okay, so Ancient Mage I'm not a big fan of when you aren't Paladin or Shaman, and therefore have lots of fodder on the board to have adjacent minions to give spell damage to. Misdirection, I've lost to this, but the thing is, every time when I played it, it was just awful. So I'm going to take this. It's a really, really annoying creature for your opponent to deal with. It's big. If they kill it, you get hyenas. It's just all kinds of problematic. So we're going to go ahead and pick it up here. Well, I'm just going to go for the strongest card here, and that is the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. That has the biggest chance to get out of control. We've seen it quite a few times in this channel, actually. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. Well, Starving Buzzard is a bit of a tricky card. Obviously, if you don't have any beasts, it's just a 2/2 for 2, which kind of sucks, but the other cards aren't great. I mean, Nightblade's not playable. Tracking's okay, but we'll take Starving Buzzard, build up a beast collection here. Eaglehorn Bow, it's a Fiery War Axe that costs an extra mana and is still good, because Fiery War Axe is just that good. And we'll be trying to pick up some secrets here, because the secrets have been good for my opponents. Well, the only playable card here is Abomination, so there's not much else to talk about. And Ventricle Mercenary is cute, but the Silvermoon Guardian is a really, really good 4-drop, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that while I have the chance. Do I take another one? Well, here the Brewmaster currently doesn't have that much to pick back up, so we'll take another... Well, hang on. Mogushan Warden really deserves some thought here. I do like to have one of these in the deck. If I see another one later, I'll feel kind of sad because I won't want it. I'm just going to trust my instincts. These are all good cards. My instincts tell me to get more Divine Shield. It helps you control the board, and Hunters do need that because Hunter's hero ability does not have any impact on the board whatsoever. So it's nice to have some creatures that just help you win creature battles. Speaking of which, Ironbeak Owl is neat, but multi-shot. I want to make sure to have one of those in case I have a slow start and need to play it on turn 4 to kill 2 creatures. Mogushan Warden, these are average creatures, so I'll pick up the Mogushan Warden here. I like having one of those in my deck. Man, this game wants me to take Misdirection real bad. I haven't had good luck with it. It just doesn't really ever work for me. We're going to take Defender of Argus. He's a solid feller. Okay, Unleash the Hounds can be a combo wombo, but I only actually have this Highmane and the Buzzard for Beasts at the moment. We'll take Deadly Shot. It's important to have that. Sometimes it's a good out. Well, it's one of the things I find myself praying most frequently against Hunters if they do not have a Deadly Shot. Here, these are good cards. The Spellbreaker's sad to pass on, but Kill Command is really good removal, so we're going to take it. It's also good for burning your opponent out. And here we go. It's time to try the Trap game. We're going to take Freezing Trap over the other kind of average cards. I will not, however, take a Freezing Trap over Sen'jin Shieldmaster. That is a very, very solid card. Don't like this Monkey. Mad Bomber's kind of iffy, and the Scarlet Crusader. Man, a lot of Divine Shield here. It just makes it really difficult for your opponent to win creature battles, and again, I'll take all the help I can get when I don't have a hero ability that impacts the board. Okay, the Wolf Rider is removal, but I don't think he really quite holds up against the Stormwind Champion and the Houndmaster. Now, the Stormwind Champion's good late game. I am currently a bit low on late game, and you never know. Maybe I'll never see more big cards, so that is worth considering. But the Houndmaster is such an important Hunter card. At the moment, I only have the Highmane and the Buzzard. I'll probably get at least one more Beast in 15 cards, right? We're going to take it. I think this is just too important for Hunters not to take. Wow. Alright, these are all solid cards. Multi-shot is, of course, nice. I might regret only having the one. This is really great, of course, as well. We're going for, like, the 4-mana spike strategy by taking another one of those. And the Boulder Fist Ogre is great late game. You know, let's take a Boulder Fist Ogre here. Multi-shot, I might regret in some cases not having it, so I halve my odds of drawing it if I desperately need it as an out. But let's just try to take this and make sure we can get some creatures in the late game. Okay. Here, I think I gotta take this Beast to play with my Buzzard and to play with my Houndmaster. And, you know, when you're up against a Hunter and someone drops this thing, it's kind of frustrating because, like I talked about in my last video, its stats are good. It's the same total stats as a Chillwind Yeti. And you're like, well, if I hit it, it soaks up so much damage, and it hits kind of hard. 2 damage is not trifling. And if I ignore it, it might get Houndmastered. So we're going to go ahead and grab that to make sure we have that synergy. Interesting. Dark Scale Healer could be good for my high health creatures here. Healing them back up. I could also take Raid Leader and try to pump my creatures up. I don't have any pump in this deck, other than the Houndmaster. I'm going to take the Raid Leader here. Not my favorite, but I think it's worth it. Oh, God. Questing Adventure could be good. You know what? This is like the 4th misdirection. I think the heavens are trying to tell me something. Let's try this one more time, see how it goes. Alright, interesting choice here. This doesn't help, actually. All I've got is the multi-shot, and that's actually it. And the kill command. This, I'm not a big fan of because it dies so easily. I mean, rogues, druids, mages get a free kill on this thing. Do I really take it just because I need more synergy with Buzzard and Houndmaster? This is the kind of thing I don't like about playing Hunter. Like, any other class, literally, in the game, you just see this and you're like, oh, unplayable trash, move on. Archmage, though, it's expensive. Its stats are sucky for getting spell damage. He's basically paying 2 stat points for the spell damage, and I don't need spell damage. Alright, we're going to try this out. Hopefully I can play it with a Buzzard on the board and, not have to suffer. Alright, we'll take the direct removal over the wacky removal. Another Deadly Shot or a Tauren Warrior? I got actually pretty good taunt here, don't I? Sen'jin, Abomination, Motion Warden, Houndmaster, kinda Defender of Argus. I got lots of taunt. I don't need this. We'll take another Deadly Shot and have an extra out. Molten Giant, we all know I'm not a big fan of. We'll take the Faceless Manipulator. And here, Hunter's Mark can be good. I don't have any swarming cards, so it's not the greatest, although it could be really good with this Divine Shield. And like the Mogashin Warden and the Oasis Snapjaw? Or do I just take the more straightforward multi-shot? Let's try this. I don't think I've ever actually played with this card. Let's give it a shot, see how it goes. Okay. Well, the Grizzly is neat, but I think we'll take a Wolf, because again, I'm lacking in Pump, and I do like to have Pump in my deck. Timberwolf, though, oh god, I'm not going to take it. I hate these 1/1s. It's just so easy to kill them. Not only do hero abilities kill them, but they get racked by any creature that has like 2 toughness, and then you just are down cards. I know. I'm going to take the Bluegill Warrior. It's kind of like removal. Call it a day. Alright, well, we do need some bigger stuff. I do like the Battlecry in this. He's been quite good. This actually could be neat with Hunter's Mark, but we'll take the Ventricle Mercenary to make sure our deck has a mid/late game. And we're ending with a Legendary. I have played with King Mukla before. I was not impressed. We're going to take King KRUSH here as our charging finisher beast. And the only playable card here is Abomination. I am famous for my hate of the Mana Addict. Take a second Abomination. Not too thrilled about having 2 Abominations, but both were the only playable card in the pack they came up in. I passed on some multi-shots. I could have had more than just the 1. Could I have had 2 or 3? I could have had at least 2, maybe I could have had 3. And I got a couple of Deadly Shots, so I've got a couple of Deadly Shots, a couple of kill commands. Pretty good removal. Maybe this deck could use a few more beasts, but, it's Arena. You can't fill up your deck with beasts like you can in Constructed. Turbo Panther is our opponent. Alright, as always, we're going to play a couple of games here, and then we're going to switch over, take a break, and have the rest of the games in a future draft. Hunter's Mark doesn't really work here. We're going to have to mulligan this hand and hope to draw something playable. Oh no, this is not good. So the Young Dragonhawk is absolutely unplayable against mages. Just, you cannot play it at all. Maybe when I have 5 mana, I can play like the Young Dragonhawk and Houndmaster at the same time. Other than that, I got nothing until turn 4. This is a bit of a scary move. Okay, well, at least, I mean, not having a play on turn 2 isn't the end of the world. As long as your opponent didn't play anything on turn 1, you're probably fine. If my opponent coins something out, now it's likely that Flesh Eating Ghoul is going to be outclassed. Demolisher, Well, if it hits the Flesh Eating Ghoul, hero ability will finish it off. If it's me, the Flesh Eating Ghoul might live. We'll take the risk. I mean, what am I doing? Steady shotting instead? Okay, there's the Flesh Eating Ghoul, damn it. At least it's going to be my opponent's whole turn killing this. Granted, that is free card advantage for my opponent. But this should be able to live. Unless it gets polymorphed, it should be okay. Of course, it could get polymorphed quite easily. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to lose. I have both of my Abominations. So we'll see if my opponent decides that that is worthy of polymorphing. If not, and if she doesn't play any taunts, the Houndmaster, I do get my combo off, so it's a good thing I took this guy. Mirror Image, oh, Jesus, Mirror fucking Image. Man, if this were like a shield bearer, I could Houndmaster and kill this. I don't want to use the Houndmaster here, though, because, fuck. I can't use the Houndmaster here, because it's just ripe for a polymorph. Alright, we're going to do this, and we're going to play an Abomination. Not that I'm excited about it, to be honest, but it might actually live. This Demolisher is like hitting me quite a lot. I have to say I'm impressed. Anyway, if the board doesn't change, I can kill off this Mirror Image and kill the Demolisher. So that'll be nice. See what my opponent has for 4 mana. She might want to polymorph this if she's afraid. But if I will still have a sheep then, and the sheep is a beast, I could actually Houndmaster it to kill the Mirror Image. No, but to deal with 3 damage to the Demolisher. The Demolisher will still live though. Fuck. That's unfortunate. Crap. I don't know. I can't get rid of this Demolisher if this gets polymorphed, is basically the moral of the story. Unless I draw my multi-shot. Now, I could actually play the Young Dragonhawk and the Houndmaster, make a 3-3 with Wind Fury, which is actually kind of scary. That is legit scary. My opponent does not seem to have the polymorph. That is fan-fiddly-tastic. Alright, let's think very carefully here. I don't like to buff on the same turn, is the issue. And if I do put this stuff down, it'll get down to 1 health after my opponent kills off this Abomination. Which she will be able to do if I do my current plan of Snapjaw, Abomination, kill that, down to 2 health, Leper Gnome can finish it off. Yeah, now's not really the time for this plan, although they'll be at 1 health, and then my opponent will be able to finish it off. Yeah, it doesn't seem right. I mean, this is a pretty good play, just in general. Why don't I just play this? I mean, this seems fine. Well, because if my opponent kills this and then the Abomination, the Hyenas die. So yeah, let's say my opponent has a Fireball for this. Hyenas pop into the board, Abomination dies, and then the Hyenas die. That's actually no good. I have to wait until the Hyenas are dead. So it looks like the best play I have is, after much consideration, is this. So basically, this Wind Fury Hawk is just never going to be playable unless I draw a Buzzard. We're going to do this, and then we're going to do this to get rid of that Demolishing Menace. We're going to pass the turn. So my opponent can run his Leper Gnome into this and Hero Ability finish it off, but the Houndmaster lives, and this also lives, so my opponent really needs a Polymorph or a Flame Strike, or excuse me, not a Flame Strike, a Polymorph or a Fireball to finish this thing off. Looks like she's angling up for a Fireball. Yep, alright, well that was a pretty good turn by my opponent. However, I would say that I won the early game, because now I drop this. My opponent needs a Polymorph to deal with that. And I do have KRUSH coming up, so if she polymorphs this, she's going to need another Polymorph for this. Alright, no Polymorph, but that actually is a pretty good answer to the high main, because I can't quite kill this. Oh, Deadly Shot. Yeah, Deadly Shot's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I can't not play Deadly Shot right there. So my opponent does not seem to have Polymorph, which makes me tempted to put this on Taunt. I could also play an Abomination. Issue there is if my opponent kills this and then the Abomination, the Hyenas die. How realistic is it that a mage could kill this and Abomination in the same turn? Not very. I'm going to do this and swing. Now, one play that I need to consider making actually is this plus Defender of Argus. Then at least this would be a 2-2. It could survive a hero ability. However, it would just die when the Abomination pops. These Abominations are so double-edged, it's tricky. Frostbolt. Freezing it in place. Well, that means she definitely does not have Polymorph or Fireball. Well, she definitely does not have Polymorph. Might have a Fireball. Okay. Alright, so she's going to work down the Abomination, but if it's used to kill the Hyena, then it's actually going to leave me with the High Main is going to leave me with 2 Hyenas. Now, what she could do next turn is she could actually Hero Ability this with 9 mana. This will die, and Flame Strike away the Hyenas, so I have to think about that. Can I win this turn? 4 plus 8 is 12. I mean, whatever, I'm just going to play this. This seems totally fine. Okay. Yeah, my opponent's in a heap of trouble here. So let's see, Hero Ability this, that'll kill the High Main. Hyenas pop, Flame Strike doesn't kill this. She needs Polymorph for this. She should have polymorphed this first if she had it, so she doesn't have polymorph. Might have a fireball. Big Game Hunter! Wow, that deserves a well played. That was really good. My opponent left. Well, I guess she does kind of lose the game. I do have 6 damage on the field here. And I also had a kill command in case the hyenas got taken care of. Well, that was... I would say that was a demolition derby. I mean, the beginning of the game was a little bit touch and go. But we kind of, like I said, won the opening because basically we were even on cards and I had the... I was the first player, so if we were even on cards, that meant I'd come out ahead. And then we just smashed face. It was insane. All right, well, keeps playing like that. I'll play Hunter more often. That 9 mana 8/8 charging legendary doesn't hurt either. Truth be told. Okay, another mage. Bamaman? Bamaman, that's what it is. Bamaman, okay. I was thinking like Bamamaman? It's the seller of Bamamas. Alright, we're gonna keep this. We'll keep these 2 cards. These are good cards. Silver Moon Guardian, not as great against mages, who can pop the Divine Shield for free, but it's still good. Alright, nothing on turn 1. Let's pass the turn. I'm pretty sure this is a different mage. Pretty sure. I didn't look at the other mage's name, or did I? But I forgot it. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't Bamamaman. I'm sorry, this is Bamamaman. I can't help it. Oh god. Well, okay, so this is an important note about hunters. Not that I'm like the world expert on hunters or anything. But the way that you do this is you have to wait on the buzzard so that it doesn't die to Frostbolt or whatever. And you play it and a beast in the same turn, draw a card. So basically the Wind Fury Hawk is just going to fucking die. But I don't care. That's fine. It draws a card. That's really about as good as I can hope. Yeah, I don't want to play my Flesh Eating Ghoul, just have it die to the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Let's play the buzzard, get the card from the Hawk. Scarlet Crusader is an interesting plan. Let me think. Buzzard, Hawk... Pass turn, my opponent still has her coin. She could hero ability the Hawk, trade the Sorcerer's Apprentice for the Buzzard. But she could also, because spells are cheaper, Frostbolt the Buzzard and hero ability the Hawk and leave this on the board. That's a bit sad. What happens if I play this? Well, she could hero ability it, and then it's a bit tricky. She'd have to have an Arcane Missiles. Arcane Missiles would be basically how she kills the Crusader after that. We're going to hang on to that Buzzard. We're going to play this. I think this is important. Because my opponent, well, hero ability plus Frostbolt will kill this as well, but my opponent might not want to play Frostbolt on a 1-mana creature. Ah, that is a way of dealing with things. Does she have the Arcane Missiles? Very odd. Oh, she has the Arcane Missiles. Shit. Fuck, that sucks. Interesting choice, though. I mean, she spent 2 mana to pop the Divine Shield. She could have just spent 2 mana to pop it with hero ability. I guess she wanted this presence on the board. Interesting. Well, let's think. I could play this guy. My opponent could pop Divine Shield with hero ability, trade the Sorcerer's Apprentice, still have 2 mana left over. What am I doing that's better than that? Yeah, I would say that I lost this opening, for sure. Maybe I should have mulliganed this against the mage and had more respect for the Divine Shield popping ability that mages have. And try to get a different creature. I'd be really happy here if I could just trade against the Sorcerer's Apprentice, but if my opponent like has Frostbolt right now, it would suck a lot. It would suck a lot of donkey dongles, that's for sure. Iron for Grizzly. Interesting choice. Very interesting choice. I don't know if I agree with this at all, to be honest. Unless, oh, she has something else. She's going to pop Divine Shield. I see what you did there, sir. Well, that's fine. That was a good play. If she wasn't going to do that, though, I mean, this Grizzly Bear is just going to get meat ground. That's not good. So my opponent actually dealt 10 damage to me on turn 4. That is really fucking depressing. Do I play the Flesh Eating Ghoul here? I mean, it creates a credible threat to try to force my opponent to trade. Problem is, if I get hit for, like, 5 more damage, I'm at 15 health against a mage with like fireballs and pyroblast. I could just be in serious trouble, but I haven't drawn my taunt. I could do this and the Hawk and draw a card, but this is just, oh man. She could hero ability the Hawk. I think I have to do it. I think I need to try to draw out of this situation. Let's see what I get first. Always draw cards first. Blue Warrior. Okay, you know what? That worked out really nicely. I don't know if I made the objectively correct play, but it was the play that worked out really well there. So now my opponent can hero ability this, and then, you know, use the Iron Beak Owl to attack me, but I'm guessing my opponent is going to be afraid of this buzzard and try to kill it. So if she has no removal, she will use the owl to kill it. Because you never know. Yeah, look at this. I mean, she's not going to deal 2 damage. She's afraid I got more beasts back here. Little does she know, I have 0 beasts. Okay, so she's got 3 mana left. Secret. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, fuck. God, mages and their secrets. So I want to play this, and this could be like frickin' Ice Barrier or something, you know? But if I play this and it's Mirror Entity and my opponent gets it, that's awful. I can't risk that. God, secrets. Okay, well, we're gonna play this. If it's Mirror Entity, it's Mirror Entity. It's not Mirror Entity. Okay. So it's actually, if this is Vaporized, that really blows, because then my Divine Shield is totally wasted. But if I can live to play Savannah Highmane, that would be pretty great. Ice Lance. Oh no! She's gonna freeze my guy! So I can't attack with it into the Violet Teacher. Damn. Damn it. I could have actually played Raid Leader, Wolf, and killed the Violet Teacher. Godly Jesus. Alright, well, we're gonna put the most threatening thing we can here onto the board. I'm not planning to attack my opponent anytime soon. I really need to kill her creatures, because again, at 20 health against a mage, you really have to guard your life total. She's about to hit me for at least 5 damage here, I would guess. I mean, Pyroblast is an epic card. There's no guarantee that Bamema Man has one, but even just Fireballs are a problem. God, that Ice Lance. It's card disadvantage, but it was really good. Cone of... Oh my fucking god. Jesus Christ, the endless freezing. Oh, Lord. I don't have any silence in this deck, so I can't unfreeze my shit. My opponent's gonna... Oh, my opponent made a mistake! Yes! This might bring me back into the game. My opponent... Okay. A little bit of education, because I actually messed this up myself. When you do this, you have to silence first, then freeze. If you freeze first and then silence, it also gets rid of the freeze. So we need to get rid of this thing. And I need to play a taunt as well. So we're gonna... I think we're gonna play a Flesh-Eating Ghoul. We're gonna play this taunt. Desperate move, though. And we're gonna kill this to stop from making more stuffs. Alright, so Flame Strike is pretty good for my opponent here, because this has been silenced. However, this would die. This thing, unfortunately, would live. But these 2 violet things would die at least, which is good. King Crush is bad. I can't risk Vaporize, but I can actually just kill the Spellbreaker. There's the Flame Strike. Alright. She's going to hit me for 4 more. I'm down to 10, so I'm dead to a Pyroblast, which is rather sad. Defender of Argus. Oh my gosh, that's really good. I could just play these Trumper Nuggets and make them into Defender of Argus. Or I could play this, kill that thing. It goes down to 4 health. Yeah, whatever. My opponent has, you know, Frostbolt. That plus Hero ability will kill this. It's fine. And then on my next turn I can make this and then Defender of Argus. I just really wanted that thing to die. And if she doesn't have Frostbolt, she's actually in a little bit of trouble. Because I can kill whatever she plays next. This thing has a lot of health. She's going to give her guys taunt. Fair enough. I am technically dead in 10 turns, and my opponent hasn't been hurt at all. Ooh, my opponent's not going for me. That's good. That's encouraging. That is very encouraging. Multi-shot. Interesting. Well, I think it's worth doing. Let's kill that thing. Let's kill these things. Do I want to pump this up? Yeah, that would save it from hero ability. It's totally worth it. No need to use hero... Do I want to use hero ability? Let's actually not open myself wide open to Flame Strike. No, I'm going to play the Wolf. I'm going to do it. I am wide open to Flame Strike right here, which is a bit sad, but she's already played one. I think she'd have to top deck another one. If she does get it, then we're in top deck mode, basically. Sea Giant. If this is allowed to live because there's no Frostbolt. Oh man, that Defender of Argus pump was epic. That was really epic, because now my 9 damage thing can kill her thing. Okay, that's good. That is good. Freezing Trap. Oh my god, I'm going to do this. I'm going to play Freezing Trap. What do I want to swing with? This is Vaporize. I'd rather lose the Defender, although he hits harder. He also doesn't have Taunt, which is important to me. Alright, so what is it? It's Ice Barrier. Alright, so 8 life, okay. I need to hold this back in case of a Flame Strike. Now, I'm clearly going to use the hero ability here. Question is, do I hit my opponent for 9 damage, or do I use this to trade the Sea Giant? So the Sea Giant, killing it is good because my opponent has hero ability next turn to finish this thing off. I don't have any more health buffs. However, the Sea Giant's going to go back into my opponent's hand, whereupon it will cost 12 mana -2, so she could actually replay it. Ah, yeah, I do need to actually do this. Although the Freezing Trap is great, I do need to do that because otherwise my opponent could actually replay the Sea Giant. And then I don't have an answer to it. Alright, that's encouraging. That's not really relevant here. That is a little bit scarier. So what I need to do here is very simple. I need to, unfortunately, trade one of my creatures in for the Sorcerer's Apprentice so that the Sorcerer's Apprentice can't trigger my Freezing Trap. And then I need to let this run into Freezing Trap. So Kill Command is interesting. So basically, I do have this wolf, it's a beast, therefore I can, in fact, deal 5 damage to that, which isn't really relevant, unfortunately. If I Kill Command this, I'm wasting some of the damage, but I'm allowing my creature to live. Let's think. How much damage can I deal? I can do all this stuff. So I can deal 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 2 is 9, 9 plus 5 is 14, 14 plus 2 is 16 damage, my opponent's at 7 health. She swings the Sorcerer's Apprentice, freezes traps, flies back, Ventricle Mercenary, kills the wolf. This will cost 2 plus Freezing Trap, 4 plus 3 is 7 mana. She could actually replay it if she wanted to, and still work down my Defender of Argus. I think I'm going to use Kill Command on this, keep this guy back in case of a top-decked Flame Strike, or a Blizzard as well. We'll do this and this, pass the turn, and so now I can deal 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage next turn. Mana Worm, okay. That was actually very fortunate for me. That was a really bad top deck at this stage. She's going to keep on working down my Defender, which is exactly the right decision, and trigger the Freezing Trap. You could say that was a bit of a misplay. She might have actually wanted to consider a Freezing Trap and attack first. Then she could have replayed the Ventrico. Let me see if I can win here. 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 2 is 9, 9 plus 2 is 11. Yep, it's enough damage. Alright. We are going to sneak out the victory here, thanks to Kill Command. Alright, well, it's time to wear my t-shirt. I survived Flame Strike. Woo! Well, folks, as always, that was 2 games. Pretty good games, actually. I'm actually having a lot of fun with this Hunter deck. We'll do the rest of the arena, but first let's take a break. So if you enjoyed the video, do please like and or subscribe. And if you want to see the rest of the arena run, well, by golly, it's coming up soon. I'll see you then.